So traders, the one market I've been screaming to the mountaintops, or we're likely to see a really big drop coming soon, has been the oil market. And are you checking out the oil market? Guess what's coming next? The energy sector, the oil market has been one of the biggest things I've been talking about, guys. And we're starting to see that crack in the markets. And that's exactly what I want to talk to you about, guys, today in today's video. I want to walk you through everything that's happening here right now to get you ready and get you prepared for some potential opportunities that are coming in the markets. Now, let's actually get straight into it. Before I actually get to the oil market, guys, let me just give you a quick little update across the actual markets itself. So let's actually go check out the S&P 500. And the S&P 500, one of the really interesting things I'm noticing with the S&P 500 is I always like to put the probability on my side of having a successful trade, right? And one of those things is, see my blue moving average? Let me take off my shorter term moving average. See my blue moving average? Wherever if that's been trending in a direction, that's called momentum in the markets, right? There's a bit of I use the moving average like a momentum indicator. And one of the things, we're just looking for the best chances of having a successful trade, right? Now, this is actually rule number 2 in my five step checklist that I use, where I actually walk you through this. In that free trading course, first link in the description there, guys, I teach you my trading system for free, right? So you can go learn my system for free. But the whole thing about this here is, the reason why I'm bringing this up with you right now is because, look at this here. Whenever you're trading, guys, I want you to use the moving average. I use the 52. The reason why, because that gives me roughly say 3 months worth of overall what's been happening over the last, say, 90 days. And if we've been trending up nicely, then I only want to be looking for long signals through here, right? Trying to short the market through here as the moving average has been trending up is very, very, very risky, right? Because most of the time, guess what? We end up getting the snapback, right? So that's what we do, what happens most of the time. The reason why I'm bringing it up here is look at what's happening recently, right? What's been happening over the last sort of, since the start of the year. See, the moving average is trending down. Now, it doesn't mean we're not going to go up, but again, we're just looking at the best chances of, I like to call riding the momentum wave, right? And as you can see, so as this market's here, I like to be looking for longs, because I'm riding the overall momentum wave, but the momentum has started to shift now to the downside. So the best chances and the best thing for me is when I'm looking for the trades to help me identify really good trading opportunities, I use one moving average, and I like to see, is it trending in a direction? Sometimes we do this, right, where the market's doing that overall, and then we have a nice moving average to the upside. Sometimes we're doing this like we're doing right now through here, and sometimes we're just more like, we're just doing this here. See, it's up and down, but it's overall sort of flat. This here is the danger territory. There's actually no momentum there. So I like to use this, again, it's like a momentum indicator that I like to use. And then if you want to start to increase your chances of having a successful trade in the markets, all I do is I say, okay, if we've been trending in a direction for quite some time, meaning if the moving average has been going, say, for example, up through here, then I'm only looking for long signals. And as you can see, if we do that, you can start to increase your success rate even more by doing that. So that's the S&P 500. We can see, the reason I bring that up right now is because even though we're holding here, we've been very, very, very strong trending on the downside, and we still have a high, and we're still potentially getting a lower high here. And also, there's still a bit of a gap here to come in play. We did, was it there? Today, was it yesterday and today, we did come and close this gap on the S&P 500. On the NASDAQ, was there a gap on the NASDAQ? No gap on the NASDAQ, but what's happened on the NASDAQ as well too? See what I'm saying through here? So as this moving average was trending up through here, the best trades were what? Long trades, right? Now look at this moving average coming down through here. We've got a very strong moving average coming down. So we've got a lot of momentum on the downside through here. So the best trades I'll be looking for from here is I want to go with momentum, right? It's like a current, or it's like if you're a surfer, and if you're trying to fight the current, fight this really strong, current in the beach, what's going to happen? You're going to get tired and you're going to get washed away, right? But what do surfers do? They wait for the really good wave, right? That's got a lot of energy behind it, and they ride the momentum of the wave. So go with the waves. It's going to give you not just now, but for longevity in the market. Let's go to the Dow Jones as well too. And the Dow Jones right now, again, here, but we're still getting this down, up, lower high, down, up, lower high. We're still getting these lower high periods in the market. So the market is on a downward trend, and the moving average is trending down. And once again, if we utilize this from the momentum perspective, you can see clearly that momentum was very strong through here. So as this was happening all through here, you'll only be looking for longs. When it starts to flatten out a little bit, you want to be cautious. And now the best chances of actually then having a successful trade increases by going with this overall momentum in the markets as well too. Quick little update around the gold market as well too. And gold is just sort of holding here right now, guys. Gold's been holding. If I go down to my 4-hour chart from here, and even my hourly charts, but this is my 4-hour chart down the bottom here. If we do start to break this support level here, we've been holding. Once we break this level of support, we're probably going to see gold actually go from the high down to the low of around that period. So we're probably going to see an overall 15, maybe even a 20% drop coming out of gold right now. As you can see, gold has totally been tied, totally just exhausted right now. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see gold start to sell off a lot more quicker. If we go look at actually the silver market right now as well too, and the silver market has just been doing absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Gold's been going parabolic, and silver's been saying, what about me? What about me, right? And so silver's one of those markets, guys, that I personally am staying away from right now because it's just too volatile. And as you, one of the best things you want to do is, as you're trading the markets, market go down, up, down. See this volatility through here? This volatility through here, guys, is when the market becomes very volatile, you really want to stay away from it because, you know, there's really no probability of it doing at all, right? Moving averages flat through here as well now. So from a trading purposes, and even from an investing purposes, like this is something just like, you know, flip a coin, toss a coin when it comes down to that as well too. And the last thing I want to talk to you about, guys, in today's update video for you is I want to talk about the oil market. This is something I've been sort of screaming to the mountaintops, as you know. And we're starting to get that right now, right? And if you've been following me now for the last year, you'll know one of the things I've been saying all through here is I'm seeing a big drop coming in oil. I'm seeing a big drop coming in oil. You guys have probably, again, even if you've been watching for the last 6 months, what is the number one thing I've been sort of harping on? And that is, get ready for a big drop on oil. Get ready for a big drop on oil, right? And we can see both my moving averages, my shorter term, my green one, and even my blue moving average is really starting to heat up on the downside. And remember I said before about the moving averages being like a momentum indicator, right? So I like to use two things in conjunction. I like to use trend analysis, lows and highs. So for example, we have a high, a lower high, and now another lower high. So we have that there. But if I can get that in conjunction with now my 52 moving average, and this is my shorter one here, which is my 20 moving average, I'm getting now trend analysis being lower highs and overall momentum coming down as well too. So you see that through there. And look what's been happening just recently. We're almost at new lows right now. We have been rolling over. We're coming down through to here. And oil is really starting to sell off really strongly through here. So as one of the best things that I can say for you guys that are trading the markets is utilize simple analysis like I'm teaching you right now. High, lower highs, and look at this level through here. And I do believe there's so much more downside to come out of oil overall this year. And you can see it's really shaping up. And one of the number one things I've been telling you guys, and I've been sort of screaming to the mountaintops, is that we have just broken out of this major level of support, and now we're developing a bit of a base, and now we're starting to roll over. And now, as we speak in the last couple of days, we're starting to roll over from here, and it's starting to happen right now. So one thing you want to be just sort of cautious of, guys, is when I say that, right? Firstly, don't trade based off that. The reasons why is because on a trading basis, you don't know exactly how, you need to have a good trading setup, right? So don't just trade based off that there, because what may happen is we may hold for a bit here, and then we may go for a bit drop, and we may hold, you just never know how it's going to happen, right? This is an overall movement in the market coming in oil that I see, and it's actually been shaping up now for the last 6 months, and I believe we're likely to get a lot more vicious moves in the downside And that's the reason why, guys, my number one thing I've been saying all year and I've been really focusing on is get ready for a big drop in oil. And as you can see right now, it just may be getting started. By the way, traders, if you're serious about leveling up your trading, I've opened up 10 spots to my Inner Circle coaching program. This is where I share all my best trading strategies I trade every single day. You get access to my scans that I use all the time as well too. Every single week I do a live weekly group coaching session for the Inner Circle group. And my whole goal there is to help you become a well-rounded master trader. Emotional management, trade management, letting your profits run, cutting your losses short, and all the different discipline, patience, all the different areas to help you become a well-rounded master trader. And also you get access to an exclusive committed group of all the Inner Circle group so you can communicate with them, and that's our private Inner Circle group as well too. But this is what I want you to do right now. This is only application only. We're only looking for committed traders, and if you're ready to go, then that's for you. There should be a link in the description there, or go to getjohntop.com right now. Go fill out the application form. It's only for the first 10 only, because I like to keep the group really small. So go there right now. Go to getjohntop.com right now. Go fill out the application form, and I will personally be speaking to you on the phone, and we'll go from there to see if you're a good fit for what I'm looking for. Speak to you soon, traders.